Warning, spoilers to the spring anime season's first or second episode of select shows. You have been warned.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this episode of the HumCast. I'm Brent, and today I have with me the master of poi, Luke.
Poi?
Canadian bacon, Wexter.
I'm here, yo!
And the producer/seducer, Lido.
It's late. I'm tired.
He doesn't want to be here. We captured him and dragged him here ourselves.
We tied him up in Heavenly's basement, which is where we record every episode. So how are the handcuffs today, Lee?
I don't like the pink plush. Can I have green one?
Well, if you're going to get a green one, you're going to have to do a favor for us. You're going to have to talk with us a little bit about what you're watching this spring season.
What am I watching this season? That's a good question. I'm obviously the one show everyone needs to watch this season is Danagana ni o Itoru ka Wataranai Ken 2.
Well, translate that to things people understand.
I don't understand what my husband is saying at all. Or, like, Otaku Marriage, the anime.
So it's season 2 of that anime that aired, like, a couple of seasons ago.
And everyone needs to see that because it's like 3 minutes a week and you can all spare those 3 minutes for, like, the little slice of beauty in your life.
What Lee's trying to say is, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I watched season 1. It was awesome.
It is. It is good. But everyone who has seen season 1 will probably watch season 2, so I'm not too concerned. Also, for my I'm a fan of those short animes that take like 3 minutes. So I'm watching TQ4 and Takamiya Nasno Des. A lot of people don't know TQ. It's a show I've been following for a long time now. And it's like...
Isn't it like a tennis anime or something?
Yeah, it is. Theoretically. But mostly it's like comedy, bukkake. Yeah, that's...
What?
Yeah.
What? Please, Counselor, can you please rephrase?
It's probably comedy bukkake. It's all over your face and it's slightly sticky.
We need that on a t-shirt. Comedy bukkake. It is sticky and it's all over your face.
Yeah.
Okay. This episode's going great so far.
Yeah, and Takamiya Nasno Des is the spin-off of it. Of the very, very rich character which can, like, afford to buy everything. So that's also funny. It's also short and also slightly sticky. So, yeah, those are the shorts I'm watching. What shows are you watching, guys? Like full-length shows?
Ooh, well...
I'm very boring because all I'm watching right now is Fate Stay Night, and we've already talked about that, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Next.
So me, I have been watching a few things. One of the shows that I've been watching is the new Kyoto Annie show, Euphonium.
Ooh, I've heard about it. How is it?
Yeah, it's really good. Like, it's like, of course, it's like a music anime, but I don't know. It kind of felt like Hyoka in a way. When I watched the first episode, I can't exactly pin why it felt that way, but it was pretty entertaining. It was a good first episode.
I saw a gif of people dancing in it, and that was pretty nice.
I might give it a try.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know it's probably going to be at least decently watched because it's Kyo Annie.
Yeah.
It also seems like it's K-On, but this time with brass instruments. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it as much about nothing as K-On is?
Yeah.
That's the question.
I don't know. It seems to be about something so far, but I don't know.
Well, then, if it's about something, it's not K-On. That's the rule.
Yeah. Amen.
It is not K-On.
I have it on my plan to watch, but I haven't started it. So I'll see what happens with it.
Next, you're going to tell us that you haven't seen the second season of Kirin Mosaic yet.
No, and I don't plan to watch it.
Same. I need to watch the first season.
Yeah.
But Wester, are you watching High School DxD Born?
Yes, and all I can say is boobs, opie, jubblies, jugs. It's High School DxD.
Are you just going to bring up a thesaurus to have
I
similar
swear,
words to
I swear, I might as well just crack open a thesaurus and just say every boob and every word in the English language that just means boobs. Because
is there like an urban thesaurus, like an urban dictionary?
I think there is. I think there is an urban thesaurus, but
if you go with opai, which is Japanese, you can go with basically every language, which means also German. So Brüste.
That is the most awesome word for boobs I have ever heard.
High School DxD Brüste. That's what we're going to call that now.
Brüste.
No, that makes sense because, you know, the main character, Issei, he's like power, when he like does something, he goes, Boosto! And it sounds like that.
That's awesome. That is the new HumCast word for High School DxD Born. It's okay. Actually talking about the quality of the show, it's okay. If you like High School DxD, you're going to like High School DxD Born. If you don't like High School DxD, you're not going to like High School DxD Born. So far, it hasn't done anything overly that will convince anybody of anything. The only reason I really loved the second season of the show was because the side characters were the main focus, and I really liked the side characters. So far, though, I'm not seeing anything really too much development-wise in the first episode, but I mean, it's the first episode. I can't really say if it's going to be good or bad. I'm kind of very in the middle when it comes to High School DxD on whether or not I like it.
So in other words, it's shit.
Speaking of boobs, we have to discuss one anime that has been all over the internet currently, and that is Boobstring the Anime, or
Boobstring the Anime, yes.
Is it, Danmachi, known as?
Dungeon Ideal
Alright, guys, we're introducing a new segment to the show called Can It Be Cosplayed?
No.
Probably not.
Probably not for a whole convention, but for a photo shoot, maybe.
Yeah, like we're gonna put the Anime News Network story about this in the description. But it's actually, I can't believe this is actually a thing that is being discussed on how to properly use your boob string and where the exact spot should be placed. This is totally ridiculous.
The whole. I already forget her name. She's so
Hestia.
That's it. Hestia.
Yeah.
She's been trending on Twitter for several days on end now. There's been so much fan art of her for no reason other than the fact that she's like a goddess or something.
You have to know, she is the Lolita
so we have
god.
An extra person.
So
basically, she's an extra person within the triangle. She's now the triangle within the anime religions, consisting of Haruhi, Madoka, and now her. Is basically what I'm understanding here.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that is.
Luke.
But she is ridiculously popular for no reason.
Luke, you forget, though, there's lots of thirsty nerds on the internet.
Well, I mean, I think the only way you could actually properly cosplay this thing is if you were to use double-sided tape on the string, because there's no way you could keep that attached to your body.
Or if they were fake.
Yeah, like, I mean...
maybe so,
no way.
like, 3 strings, 2 around the arms, 1 around the breasts, and then, like...
And no circulation! Let's do it!
And then, like, isn't there, like, tape which you can use to fake the idea of a bra being there? Like it...
Link it in the description below. We'll have the viewers decide on that.
Yeah. I'm just...
But
this is the best conversation I think you could actually have when it comes to cosplay, because so many outfits are, like, always done, and you'd think they'd be impossible, but somebody actually does it, so this is shocking.
But when we next go to Comic-Con, we just have to be on the lookout, right? So we just need to look for all the Hestia cosplays. You know there's going to frickin' be some.
Oh, there will be.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, something else that I've been watching recently is Kekai Sensen.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that by Bones?
Yeah, it's by Bones. And
Oh.
isn't it the writer of Trigun?
Yep, it's based off a manga by the author of Trigun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool so far. Like, it has an interesting world and, like, how aliens invaded New York.
Oh, so a non-Japanese
So
setting.
it's the Avengers?
Yeah, basically, if the Avengers lost, then, yeah, it basically leads right into Kekai Sensen.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's pretty cool. I'm just gonna talk a bit about the first episode. I kind of like the mislead they did right at the beginning of the show, where they were like misleading you on what's going on, and I totally liked how that tied back into the convictions of the main character. That was a really nice job they did with that. I was really impressed.
Do we know what the main character's power is?
Um,
Something with his
Not
eyes.
entirely
Like,
sure.
he, like, opens his eyes and, like, they're all blue.
Well, I can see
Not
that
entirely
from the
sure.
picture.
It's the opposite of the Sharingan. Duh.
I don't think they've really described really too much about the powers, except for the fact that they are pretty. Is that they are caused by some strange, like, interdimensional gods almost, which is kind of cool, and it doesn't surprise me at all because the author for Trigun used a lot of religious symbolism in Trigun to explain the plot and characters. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Kekai went that route as well.
Actually, can we talk about something I kind of just noticed looking at AniChart?
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed that Production IG basically took what they did with Psycho Pass and reversed it with Ghost in the Shell Arise. They took the movies and apparently they're currently airing them out in TV form.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what that is.
I've heard mixed things on Arise. I mean, I've only ever watched the original Ghost in the Shell movie and the second one. I mean, so I can't really talk about that too much, but
Because you haven't even seen Standalone Complex.
I'm gonna get to Standalone Complex. I promise.
I need
I'll
to get to it
Standalone.
too.
I'll
We
get
can
to
do
it.
it
Yeah,
together.
same here.
Yeah, like, but the movie, the original Ghost in the Shell movie, is amazing. Like, absolutely
is.
amazing.
It's really good.
But I've heard very mixed things on Arise. I've heard some people say it's pretty good. Well, I've heard other people say it's really awful. So I don't know how to feel about this particular.
I just mainly found it interesting that they basically did what they did with Psycho Pass and reversed it.
Yeah. But while we're on the topic of Production IG, we might as well talk about Studio Wit's big
Owari
news
no
series.
Edge, or Seraph of the Edge, or Owari no Seraph.
Seraph is, from what I've seen on the first episode, I have a few complaints about the show right off the bat. The pacing for what they wanted to do in the first episode was very weird. Like, I think it would have been a better two-parter first episode than it was a singular episode, because it was just too fast. Too much information was being thrown at you at the same time, just going, like, too much. And then my biggest problem was that with the recent episode, the second episode, which came out technically today, but you probably won't be listening to this till Wednesday, was that it was now too relaxed. Like, it wasn't giving me enough information. So it was just like, it was weird. It was like, first episode, too much information. Second episode, too little information. And
So they ran into the same problem they did with some sections of Attack on Titan.
yeah, some issues. If I were to say this is probably the closest comparison to Attack on Titan you could kind of really make out of recent anime, I don't think it's nearly as good as Attack on Titan was, because say what you will about Attack on Titan, but the first four episodes really were amazingly fast-paced, good episodes that really hooked you into the story. Well, Seraph, how you pronounce that? Seraph is not doing that. It's okay. But I mean, as I said, this is the first two episodes. It may become very good. So I'd say just hold off a few weeks before you decide to pick this up or drop it, because the action scenes are amazing. It's beautiful. The music's great, and that opening's really good. But the story so far is kind of
Yeah.
It's got good ideas, just hasn't quite executed on them yet. So
speaking of the
so
music,
kinda go either way.
isn't Hiroyuki Sawano doing the music for that?
Again.
It wouldn't surprise me. It does have that Serenade sound to it. I'm actually gonna need to look.
Sawano's in way too many places right now. It's kind of jarring.
Which I don't really mind, because it's a he, right? Or is it she?
It's
I
a
think
he.
it's a he, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
he's an amazing composer. Like, I loved his work on Gundam Unicorn, Attack on Titan, and so far from what I've heard of Xenoblade Chronicles X OST, that's also great.
Guilty Crown.
Guilty Crown, yeah. Guilty Crown, like, a lot of people hate the anime but love the music.
Yeah, the music is so
Yeah,
good.
I hate the anime, but the music's freaking great.
And-
I like.
Yeah.
And All Noah Zero
So, I mean-
soundtrack is really good too.
Yeah.
I say fire.
I say
Oh my
fries!
Goodness, have I heard that often.
But one thing I want out of Surf, and this is the only thing I really want, I want it to go full-blown edge. Like, so far, it's kind of been kind of edgy, like it's had edgy moments, but it's also had some levity.
Like crawling in my skin edge.
Oh, I want it crawling in my skin edge. I want this thing to go full Linkin Park and just hammer home the edge. I don't care if this show is going to be good or not at the moment. It's okay. Like, I mean, it's entertaining, but I want it to go full-blown elfin lead and just blow that thing out of the water. I want it to be gory. I want people dismembered. I want it to be absolutely nutty, insanely gory and violent and stupid because I enjoy that kind of shit.
Why don't you just rewatch Berserk?
Dude, Berserk is not that edgy. Actually, no, who am I kidding? Berserk is insanely edgy, but it's amazing. But, I mean, it's great. Berserk is amazing, but Surf, I don't see it really being Berserk, so I just want it to have fun and just go absolutely nutters.
I doubt
Implying
that
anything could be Berserk.
I doubt that anything in like the next time will get like really edgy because, well, it's probably not really a conclusion you can go to, but the last shows that were all like hyped because they will be like bloody and gory and all have been a victim of censorship, like Major League. So.
Or like Akame and Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I feel bad, yeah.
Was it Terraformers?
Yeah, it was Terraformers.
Terraformers also had it really bad as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are basically the big three recently, and Pupa. Pupa's probably also
Pupa,
notable
yeah.
for it, but Pupa wasn't even good, so we're not even going to mention it. But those
Yeah.
4 shows had really, really bad censoring. Akame, we got lucky because streaming it was uncensored, but I remember seeing pictures of it airing in Japan on like live television, and like I think in like the 3rd episode when like freaking dog chick loses her arms, like that, it was like an entire black bar on the screen.
Yeah, and I mean, Akame ga Kill, it's not a terrible show, it's just not, it got overhyped, and I think this has been happening a lot, especially with edgy shows, but
That's
I mean,
what you get for airing them on primetime television.
exactly.
I hear those after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have the same problem.
So,
Can
I
we
mean,
talk about real quick?
yeah.
Just finish the Ryan or Sarah stuff real quick.
Yeah, no, as I said, I just wanted to go full extreme. I wanted to just have fun, cut loose, and just be absolutely nutters. I want a show to go full nutters edgy.
That way you could just laugh evilly.
Laugh evilly and probably enjoy it more than it could probably even imagine I could enjoy it.
Even if it is bad, you
Even
will
if it's
enjoy it
terrible,
while
I
being
will
bad.
enjoy it because it went absolutely nutters to the extreme.
That's okay. I don't know what to say with it because I haven't seen like most of the shows we're talking about. So
Yeah.
I would like to point out that Bones is doing a very moe band show called Show by Rock.
I've actually heard that isn't bad.
Let me read this. Let me read the second sentence on Annie's chart. A kitty girl wearing gothic Lolita clothing named Cyan is scouted by Maple. Oh my god.
Arasugawa?
Maple Arasugawa, the president of the music agency. So this is basically Neko K-On! By Bones with Moe and Pink. I did not really expect Bones to animate something like this. I mean, I know they've done like shoujos before and stuff like that, but
Why?
I look at this and I read Bones and I'm like,
Why is it not on
for
my
Little
watching
Alchemist?
list?
okay, Lee, next week you could come back and tell us how it is.
I will.
Yeah. Since we were talking about censorship, I've heard Triage X
Triad X.
is just absolutely censored to the umpteenth degree of censored.
I want to watch it when it comes out on Blu-ray. Because it's from the mangakas were the people that made High School of the Dead. I liked High School of the Dead a lot. It was awful, but I really, really, really liked it.
Yep.
So I'm
same here.
estimating this is also going to be awful, but I'm really, really, really going to like it.
Yeah. So
Speaking of shows that we're hoping are good, which in our opinion was not that great, we've got 2 Grisaya anime coming out this season.
I can't
Wait,
wait.
both are coming out?
Yeah.
They're both coming out.
I thought
One of them
only
is-
Rakuin was airing.
No, one of them
Nope,
is
they're
short.
both coming out. Make-You and Rakuan are coming out this season. And I am really, really hoping they don't grenade the lobby. I hope they learned from their mistakes with the previous season, but who knows?
Well, then again, like the visual novels that they're
Apparently
adapting
for
are
movies,
shorter.
Yes.
Yeah. So
apparently
like,
for movies right now,
maybe
Persona
better.
3 is going to air in a new Initial D movie.
ooh. Wait,
Ooh.
hold on. Wait, new Initial D movie. That means amazing music.
Oh, yeah.
I still need to watch that show.
I do too. I like
So-
running in the 90s.
So, guys, another show that we've been watching. I have a question. Do you like food?
I love food.
Now, do you like food so
I
much
was just
that when
eating
it
food like 10 minutes before we recorded this.
now do you like food so much that when you eat it, you start moaning and your clothes explode?
Yes, of course, every day.
Well, then you Shokugeki no Soma is for you.
Oh, my.
It's basically shonen cooking. With
my God,
a
you
lot
can
of fucking
cook
fan
shonen?
service. Yes, you can.
I
This is-
want to cook little boys. What?
This is my Attack on Titan stew. It tastes like shit.
It has a. Oh, damn!
Whoa,
Shots fired.
I've actually seen the first episode of that, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it's like the
Do they
main,
use nuts in their recipes?
okay. Actually, well,
Is that supposed to be a joke, a pun, or some sort?
the main character in the beginning, he makes this thing. It's like squid covered with peanut butter, and so this girl, she eats the squid covered in peanut butter, and then it like shows her like her reaction to it, and like she's getting like molested by a squid with tentacles and peanut butters all over the place. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
It is super stupid.
Animated by JT Staff. Okay.
Okay. I will say this about the first episode. Stylistically, when I was first watching it, it looked a lot like a Studio Shaft show. I'm like, is this Studio Shaft? Like,
Please, Studio Shaft's fan service is reserved for Monogatari.
yeah, no,
You
but I
should
mean,
know
it was. It really did look like a Shaft anime to the point I was just like, I have to look this up. Oh no, it's not Shaft. Anime is so Shaft that it's not Shaft.
Speaking of things that have really stylistic art styles, how about you two tell me a little bit about the disappearance of Nagato Yuki-chan?
I haven't seen it
Oh,
yet.
I can finally talk about it.
So that's one thing you did see and you
Yeah.
didn't tell us. You lied.
Oh, well-
No green pillow for you. No, you don't get it.
I have seen a lot more
You
shows.
lied
I've
to
like
us.
4 more shows that I've seen and have yet to talk about. So, yeah. But
You
Yuki,
were hiding your cards from us now, weren't you?
Yuki Nagato-chan, there's one very deep problem where I'll get a lot of hate for. And that is season 1 of Haruhi is better than The Disappearance, in my opinion.
Oh!
Take him by his feet! Hang him upside down! We shall have him dismembered from head to toe!
Yeah.
Somebody get the air horns.
No. I can understand that.
Yeah, no.
Um,
The show itself is probably not bad, but you have to, well, not you. I personally have to remind myself that it is not Haruhi, and that I don't have to expect something like Haruhi from it. Then I'm fine with the show. But as soon as I get into the Haruhi mood, I want Haruhi and not Nagato. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like a little bit of a struggle, but
it's weird. Yeah.
I like it so far.
It's good.
Yeah,
is good.
The show's enjoyable.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's enjoyable. This is one thing that I was trying to tell a lot of people before the show aired, because I saw a lot of people disappointed that this wasn't Haruhi. I'm like, it's not Haruhi.
No,
it is
I don't
Haruhi,
think-
but it isn't Haruhi.
I don't think they were disappointed that it wasn't Haruhi. I think they're disappointed that it's not Kyoto Animation.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be honest, Satelight did the best they could. Like, I mean, they are adapting the manga, which means they're really going for the manga's art style instead of the light novel, which is what Kyoto Annie tried to replicate. I mean, it's a good show. It's a good show. It's funny, and I'm really happy they're really going through the first few chapters of the manga really quickly, because those were probably the worst chapters to actually sit through, because they weren't bad chapters, they were just not great chapters. And it is weird, because I like the manga because it's very charming, it's really funny, but it's totally not Haruhi, but it totally is Haruhi. It's weird to explain what Yuki-chan is without really getting into what Yuki-chan is, because I've read very far ahead in the manga, so I could tell you exactly where it's going, but I don't really want to talk about that. But as a manga adaptation, it's a good adaptation.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not you'll enjoy it is completely up to what you're trying to get out of it. If you're looking for more Haruhi Suzumiya, you're going to get that to an extent, because Haruhi is in the show, and she is just as wacky as she was in the original anime. But you aren't going to get Haruhi Season 3 from this. You're going to get what's advertising, which is a Yuki-chan spin-off based in the Disappearance universe. And you almost have to expect that.
Yeah.
And if you can expect that, you'll enjoy the show. If you can't get over the fact that it's not Haruhi Suzumiya, Season 3, you're going to hate the show. And it's kind of disappointing that, I mean, we have gotten to that point that Haruhi fans are so rabid for more Haruhi that a spin-off is announced and they immediately despise it for even existing instead of Season 3. And now time to get to a slightly less depressing standpoint on fan bases. My Romantic Teen Comedy Snafu Season 2 has completely turned around a lot of people's original expectations of the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing's a thing, isn't it?
It is.
I completely forgot it existed, and I haven't
It
even
has.
seen it yet.
It has turned.
The tables have been turned.
It's probably the problem. I had to rewatch season 1 of Haruhi to get the references in Disappearance, because it was too long ago that I've seen Haruhi. And also with Snafu, I don't remember shit from the first season. So
Same here.
Same.
Yeah, it is.
for me, it's like a new show, basically.
Here's the funny thing about Snafu, and this is what I like about it compared to some other anime. And this is probably one of its biggest weaknesses of a first episode, is it does the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works of first episodes. It immediately starts where the previous season... Right where the previous one left off.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you're watching Season 1, you could go right into Season 2, no problems whatsoever. But if it's been a while since you've seen Season 1, you go into Season 2, you're going to be like, I'm
Hasn't it been, like,
confused.
2
What's
years?
going on? I think it has been 2 years. I think it first aired in
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
2018.
God.
But
I remember when that was
I am
going
to say this.
Yeah. So.
It's a pretty good show. And I love the more mature art style that Feel is going for. It's great. Like, I love the lighting, I love the animation, I love the backgrounds. It's very fluid animation with barely any real flaws.
That's one
But-
thing.
and
That's
this-
one thing I also really noticed. Like, it looks good. Like,
It's gorgeous.
Damn.
Yeah,
It looks
I mean,
better than Jinsei from 2 seasons ago. Oh,
in
that's Fire
fact,
Studio Feel.
everybody loves Brainbase and Brainbase's version of Snafu, but I've seen hardened fans of the original season who said they'd hate this new art style, who've seen it and gone, I may like this art style more than Season 1. Feel may make a better looking show than Brainsbase. I think that's shocking to a lot of people, and I'm trying not to hype the show up too much, but so far, it's been pretty great.
obviously, God, what's his name?
Hachiman?
Hachiman.
MC Kun.
Yeah, MC Kun has been compared to Batman already, so you have to know it's a good show.
Yeah. And while we're talking about jarring art style shifts for original fans to the more modern fans, I think we should talk a little bit about Arslan Senkai.
I don't even know anything about it.
What I do know about it is that it's an anime based off the latest manga adaptation that's based off the original novels from the 1980s. So it's kind of like Parasite to a degree, but a little bit more confusing. And it's actually the new manga is actually made by the same person who made Full Metal Alchemist. So right there's a whole lot of expectations. But I've seen a lot of people who have been very disappointed with this new art style. Not so much saying it's bad. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's great. But the original art style is kind of more reminiscent to... you remember those old Final Fantasy posters? Like the really nice painted one with watercolors? Yeah. It's a very unique art style. Mm-hmm. It looks very fantasy, 1980s kind of art. That's kind of what the original art style looked like. So it's kind of weird because you got the fans of the 80s novels and the original anime adaptation going, that is not what this character should look like! While you got new fans going, wow, that's really awesome. Looks like Full Metal Alchemist. That looks so cool. And I'm really going to check it out because it looks pretty damn good. But, I mean, it's kind of weird how us as fans are so fickle about certain things. Because we've got 3 shows this season that original fans aren't liking, but new fans are kind of digging. It's kind of weird how we're kind of this fickle of a fan base.
That's everything in general. I think it's just showing itself with these main 3 things. Is anyone watching the new Gintama?
I know I'm getting caught up with the series right now.
Okay, then we can't talk about it because it's just going to be more Gintama.
Nobody
here is caught up with it.
Speaking about shows that only probably one of us has seen, I'm guessing no one has seen Denpa Kyoshi.
No, I haven't.
No.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us a bit about it?
I've seen. I just saw that the second episode is out, so I haven't seen that. But I've seen the first episode. I think I read the manga for it because everything felt like a déjà vu when I saw it. But it's actually pretty funny. So you have your typical need, as always. That is living in his basement, updating his blog, and has his own library behind him. And then his younger sister kicks him out to become a teacher at her school, so he does something productive with his life. And he is now becoming sort of a hero, at least in the first episode, where he notices obviously, because he's such a neat, he lets them play a video game, and out of the way how the class plays the video game, he can perfectly analyze every student of his, and finds the bullying problem in the class. And you follow him in the way how he solves this bullying problem. So like this thought out level. That's really amazing.
Oh, so it's kind of like Great Teacher Onizuka. It's a more modern Great Teacher Onizuka.
Not really. I haven't seen Great Teacher Onizuka. I know, kill me, but it's
your head shall be on a pike.
It's this I have you have all been talking on this website, but I'm the creator of this website, and you are being live streamed to this website, but no, actually I'm just faking the entire website from my laptop that is over here, and it's all this over the top, basically, and I really enjoy this. And
this actually sounds really cool.
Yeah,
it sounds interesting.
I'm looking forward to how it will turn out.
Oh man, there is one show I need to ask if anybody else is watching it. Best Girl, the anime, season 2.
Well, of course.
I dropped season 1. I'm not watching season 2.
All right. For those who don't know, this is Nisekoi season 2.
Everybody already knows.
Without the season 2, I'm not getting into that. That is just a confusing mess how they worded season 2. I'm confused, but It's how do you feel about it so far, Brent? Because I felt like the first episode felt kind of fillerish. Felt weird.
Yeah, this felt a little bit filler, but it's like I still like it.
Maybe it's not really filler, and it just
Okay, hold up,
Brent.
Brent, for those YouTube clicks, who is best girl?
I like Chitoge.
I like Tsugumi.
Oh,
High five.
so you guys are just teaming up against Onodera is what I'm hearing right here.
Nobody likes Onodera.
Okay, I kind of like her.
The only reason Brent likes Shitoge is because her voice actor is Kongo. That's how I'm going to interpret it.
Okay, that might be some of the reason.
Okay. We don't want to get too much into best girl wars because that will turn into
Concoli, which is another best girl war.
It's
with less romance.
But obviously, Bismarck is the best girl. Because, like,
okay, guys, break it up.
Guys,
break it up. We are not.
Season.
no fighting.
We are not
so last season.
No fighting, guys. No fighting. Stop it. Stop all the fighting. Fighting is not good.
Okay,
You guys want to talk about?
I can talk about.
Gakuo no Pallades, which is a Gainax anime,
I haven't seen it,
and it looks like it's a magical girl anime by Gainax.
so I've been watching.
All right, guys, prepare for the Gurren Lagann equivalent of Madoka Magica.
So
Okay, I'm
I have a
gonna watch
question.
this now. Nah.
Has anyone else here seen Ore Monogatari? Which is the new Madhouse.
Oh,
It's really good.
I've heard it's pretty
surprisingly.
good.
Like, the main character is awesome. I really like him.
He has
And-
big lips.
He does. He's like 2 meters tall, too. And it was pretty good. It has some really good animation in it, because, well, it's Madhouse.
Madhouse and shoujo actually is not a bad combination. So
Yeah,
you
it's not
would
a bad
expect
combination.
otherwise, but it actually goes out pretty well. So
Yeah,
it may turn out pretty good.
Yeah,
Alright.
I totally recommend it.
So, quick question: is there any other shows anybody wants to talk about? Whether you've seen it, want to see it, or before we kind of end off the episode, because I think we've kind of covered all the big hitters.
I
There's
have
one more show that
Nobody
I've seen.
hears.
There's
two more that one that I've seen and one that hasn't aired yet. One that I've seen is Recan. Have you heard about it? Like,
That is actually was my random pick for the season. I'm going to sit down and watch that, but why don't you let me know a little bit about it?
so we have our MC girl, which can see and interact with ghosts. And we have our character cast of, well, mediocre stereotypes. So the one that doesn't believe in ghosts, the one that follows the cast, the one that is like Genki Girl and stuff like this. It's rather formulaic from the characters. Like, the MC is like totally clumsy and gets always pulled away by the ghost. But the interactions, how it works, this show, so far, I haven't seen much. I've seen episode 1. But so far, I really like it, because it's like, the characters itself are not really anything special, but the interaction between them is really well made and rather believable. Not really. Some aren't. But it gets you a more, like, feeling like that could actually happen if you could interact with ghosts. Yeah, I know. But yeah, I like it. It's pretty good from animation standpoint. I'm not a studio person, so I can't say if Studio Pierrot is good or bad or mediocre or whatever. But
all you need to know is Studio Pierrot made Bleach and Naruto,
okay. Yeah.
Didn't they do One Piece too?
and the silence ensues.
Yeah.
So,
like they also
you
yeah.
said you were
do-
watching. There was like one show you really wanted to watch, though. What was it?
I really wanted to watch.
No, the show you haven't watched yet. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I don't know how it will be. Yamada-kun to Nananin no Mayo. The very bottom.
Linden Films again.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm going to watch it is because I read about it on Reddit. And I have like zero expectations for it and will be like, well, I'm totally blind and I also don't want to be informed about it. I'll go into this show knowing nothing and we'll see what happens. But it's comedy, harem, mystery, school, shonen, and supernatural, so it should be fun.
And then there's one other show that I've seen. It's called Plastic Memories. So
I've heard about that.
It takes place.
I've heard a little bit about Plastic Memories.
It takes place in the future, whenever like we have androids and stuff, and the androids have a lifespan of, I think it's like 9 years, around there. And so the main character, he goes to work for this organization, and what they do is they go to the owner of the android's home, and they have to they extract the android before it like loses its memory and personality and everything. And like sometimes the owners kind of like resist that because in their eyes, like the android is like, oh, this android's like been my son for like the last few years and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool so far. I like the world that it's setting up.
Have you seen the first 2 episodes, or?
I've seen episode 1.
Oh, all right.
Actually, I kind of lied. There is one more show I really want to watch, but there's only one way to introduce it. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon Adventures Try.
Oh yeah, Try.
Anybody else like kind of really excited for this in a very nostalgic way?
I never looked at Digimon as a kid. I was a Pokefag, so nope.
I kind of yeah.
I had no childhood, so sorry.
Yeah, he didn't have a childhood.
Lee was born an adult male.
No,
that's
I've been raised German efficiency, like school from kindergarten on.
Yeah. So, Brent, you said you watched a little bit Digimon growing up?
Yeah. I remember Digimon Adventure, and Digimon Frontier, which was the 4th season, where they become the Digimon. That was my favorite one.
Well, we can argue about Digimon, but that's in the future. But for now, Digimon Adventure Try is probably one of the shows that I think is really interesting, because it's a sequel to the second Digimon season, hence Try.
Yeah.
But it brings back the entire original cast from season 1, which is actually extremely interesting. And I don't see a clear release date outside of April. I just really hope this is not a Sailor Moon Crystal at all.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually really, really good.
It's like bi-weekly and the quality doesn't look good unless you buy the Blu-rays.
Yeah. So I really hope this season is totally awesome, because the original cast send off from season 2 was aight. It was aight in retrospect. But I mean, season 3 technically of Digimon, which is Tamers, is amazing. Like, even if you're not a Digimon fan, you should go watch Tamers. Like, it is.
Yeah, Tamers is fantastic.
Fantastic.
I should probably rewatch it at some point.
Oh, it's so good. But I'm really excited for Try, because childhood nostalgia! But outside of that, that's really all I can say about this, because there hasn't really been much shown of it outside of a teaser poster. So, anything else anybody else wants to bring up before we kind of call it an episode?
Is anybody going to watch Ninja Slayer the animation at some point?
I am.
No.
I'm gonna do it.
No, you dare blaspheme upon this planet?
I refuse to watch it because it's Studio Trigger, and I, as a Studio Trigger not so savvy, must not watch it.
But it's American and also Japanese at the same time.
It is too American, and I am a true anime connoisseur. I will not watch anything American originating.
He will not watch anything unless it's from the glorious land of Nippon.
For Nippon produces best animated Chinese cartoons.
So, Wexter, I heard you like Doctor Who.
Ooh, dun, 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 dun.
That's my favorite anime next to Cory in the House, you know?
Amen, bro.
That and
Have you ever
Star
seen...
Trek.
Oh, yeah, Star Trek is best anime ever. Okay, we're getting too far out of here.
Supernatural actually has a legit anime. I would just like to point that out. It's animated by Madhouse.
Why?
All right, so let's, before we get too much into Supernatural, the anime, any other seasonal stuff anybody wants to talk about?
We will
We
probably.
can get a Shoujo fan in here and have them talk about Prince Sama.
Yeah.
But none of us are Shoujo fans, so...
Also, if you're a fan of good music, there's a new Initial D film coming out in
Boom, boom, Japan.
a bit more than a month. Don't
Also,
wanna date
apparently,
the
according
content.
to Andy Charge, the Persona 3 movie is coming really soon, but I think Brent would know more about that.
Yeah, and there's going to be a fourth
is
movie.
Is 3 really coming that soon?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah,
Holy crap.
the second movie aired last year in July or June.
Yeah.
Also, the second part of the Kyokai no Kanata movie's coming.
Oh.
What?
The story
Alright.
takes place 1 year after the TV series, so we still won't know what the heck went on at the end.
Deus
Oh yeah, the
Ex
Love Line
Machina.
movie's coming out.
Oh shit. Oh man, I gotta get hyped for that.
Wait,
May
by
the hype
Sunrise?
be with you.
Yeah, it's
Did
yeah,
Sunrise always animate Love Live?
yeah. Sunrise
Yeah.
has always animated Love Live.
I did not notice that. Okay.
Dude, I'm shocked
watching
because
Love
I'm
Live
pretty
right
sure
now,
there was
so.
a Gundam reference in Love Live. I'm pretty surprised.
Was there? I need to go back and rewatch the entire series. Then
I think there was. I think there was.
So that just gives you an excuse to rewatch Oliver Brent, you freaking fanboy.
All right, so Brent, can you take us home?
Okay, so this has been this episode of the HumCast. I've been Brent, and with me we've had Luca.
I'm actually gonna take this train and run away with it.
Okay, and we've also had Wexer,
Yo, man, watch anime, yo.
and we've had Lido.
Call 0800 lol nope and request green fluff for my handcuffs.
So that's been this episode of the HumCast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at the HumCast, and also be sure to buy my mixtape. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Poi.
Poi poi.
Poi? Poi!